Welcome to the Release Your Fat, Restore Your Figure, Reclaim Your Health with Modare's secret Facebook page. This program is for those utilising the Easy Fat Release program and for those of you who are commencing the Easy Fat Release program and need to shift their unwanted, unhealthy and toxic fat. My name is Renee Roth. I'm a natural therapist and homeopath, and I've been in practice now for 35 years. Over those 35 years, I've worked with many different weight loss programs, and this program by far exceeds all my expectations around the effective, safe release of unwanted and toxic fat. I'd like to run through the program with you and share some detail about how the program is implemented. But first of all, I think it's a great place is to start off with some pictures that demonstrate the effectiveness of the program. So here we have Erica and Russell, and this couple has released 13 kilos in 40 days in phase 2, and Erica 25 kilos in total. And Russell has released 15 kilos in 40 days in phase 2 and 30 kilos in total because they've embraced the lifestyle benefits that this program delivers and have implemented many ongoing changes. And they've both struggled with weight loss all their adult lives and tried many different programs with no long-term results. They say we started the program and detoxed our body and our home. We feel healthy and have a house and body clean of toxins. Russell is now off all his drugs for high blood pressure and cholesterol. And what's exciting for them is they've set a great example for their 8-year-old son about what it is to lead a healthy and happy life. Here's Eric. Eric has released 38 kilos of fat and 20 of them in phase 2 in 40 days. Eric had to retire from competitive rugby and coaching because he was too overweight, too slow, suffered with arthritic knees, but now after releasing his weight, he's now playing football again, he's coaching and he's feeling 10 years younger and his knees are now fantastic. And here we have Mandy, who came on board the program to release some unwanted fat, and in fact she released 15 kilos. But what was quite significant for Mandy is that she suffered with irritable bowel syndrome, where she experienced severe daily abdominal pain and sudden urging for bowel movements almost daily for the past 14 years since the birth of her twins. Upon commencing the program, not only did she shift her weight, but she shifted her irritable bowel syndrome. These are just some of the many benefits that people experience when they release their unhealthy and unwanted and toxic fat. And here's a case of Lynn, who suffered with being overweight, a fatty liver, acne rosacea, and also varicose veins. Lynn has released a total of 44.1 kilos, and needless to say, her 20-year-long varicose veins and acne rosacea disappeared in 5 weeks on commencing the program. And here's Colin, a type 2 insulin-dependent diabetic who released 20 kilos, and he found that his insulin requirements reduced from 15 units 3 times a day down to 5 units twice a day. So they're just a few examples, and we'll certainly cover some more as I go through the presentation. And it doesn't need me to tell you, just to look around you, that there are many people who are overweight, and currently in Australia, 14 million Australians are overweight, and close to 80% of all Australians, adults, and a third of all children will be overweight or obese by the year 2025. And currently, more than 5 million Australians are obese. Not only is being overweight an issue in terms of appearance and health and wellness, but there are many other what we call comorbidities, associated illnesses that occur at the same time as being overweight. And we know there is an increased risk of pulmonary disease, gallbladder disease, infertility, osteoarthritis, skin disorders, gout, stroke, heart attacks, hypertension, diabetes, and in fact, all cancers. There is an increased risk of all cancers when one is overweight. But there are also a lot of associated immunological disorders that occur concurrently with being overweight, and many of them include thyroid dysfunction, diabetes, inflammatory conditions, and so forth. And depending on where people carry their weight, some people carry it more around their abdomen, the midsection, and others, which is more an apple shape, and others carry more around their buttocks and hips and thigh. Now, no matter where your fat accumulation is, this program will help shift that unhealthy and toxic fat. And what's generally accepted amongst many professionals around the contribution of our society being overweight is there are a lot of nutritional deficiencies. So our food doesn't contain a significant, broad enough profile of vitamins, amino acids, essential fatty acids, and minerals. and the fact that the body is craving for many of these essential nutrients, and the only way it knows how to gain these nutrients is to actually eat more. But it's in the eating more that we're consuming more carbohydrates, more starchy foods and more sugars. When you combine this with a lack of exercise and increased stress, which pumps out more cortisol, which increases more that abdominal weight, the lack of sleep, and also there's a genetic role as well. All these factors are known to contribute to being overweight and perhaps even clinically obese. But just remember, just because there may be a hereditary factor, it doesn't mean to say that's your lot in life. We now know about epigenetics and the fact that 70% of your environment certainly determines your genetic profile. And the fact that the environmental factors contribute significantly to obesity is evidenced by the role of endocrine disrupting chemicals in our environment. And these include xenoestrogens, phthalates and BPA. And what these chemicals do, and these are just a couple, encourage your body actually to store fat. They increase the number of fat cells, they reprogram cells to become fat cells, and they alter the way in which your body secretes leptin. And leptin signals satiety. Your metabolism is also down-regulated by the impact of these endocrine disruptors, as well as impacting upon your hypothalamus, which governs your appetite center. And so where do many of these chemicals come from? Well, they're often in your home environment. They are in your personal care products, they are in your kitchen and your laundry products as well. Skincare, cosmetics are an incredible source of many of these chemicals and toxins. So do you know that it only takes 26 seconds for the chemicals in your personal care products to enter your bloodstream? So you need to become a lot more savvy around what you're purchasing from the store, what you're applying on your body, and what bottles you're drinking out of, because definitely the plastic bottles, the BPA, this is an issue where the BPA is leaching into, whether it's the shampoo bottle or your water bottle, and you're either drinking this or storing your food in it, or it's being applied by the shampoos, and your skin, being a permeable membrane, starts absorbing all these chemicals and toxins. And definitely with a female who typically may use a number of personal care products, including hairsprays, shampoos, and cosmetics and makeup, these contribute not only to the contribution to weight gain, but also premature aging with the skin and numerous hormonal imbalances, which could include premenstrual syndrome, infertility, endometriosis, and so forth. When we combine this with the nutritional profile of what was considered reasonable 50 to 100 years ago, that our food was often grown locally and there was a much broader spectrum of nutrition and minerals and trace elements in our foods, and comparatively the exposure to chemicals and toxins in the environment was less. But when we fast forward today, our nutrition is less, our food is picked before it's ripe, it's stored often for long periods of time, it's then processed, so the nutritional value is decreasing, and our increased exposure to chemicals and toxins is significant. So when we have poor nutrition and high toxicity, something's going to give, and this is often responsible for a lot of the weight problems and immunological problems, and the fact that we see so many children today with eczemas and allergies and anaphylactic reactions. So let's have a look at the solution to shifting this unhealthy, unwanted and toxic fat. So we utilize the program called the Easy Fat Release Program, and it's basically divided into 3 broad stages. The first phase is nutritional support and detoxification. And basically what's happening here is as we're pulling toxins out of the body, we're putting good nutrition in. And in this 4-week window, it's very typical to shift 2 to 5 kilos on average, but sometimes we'll see even up to 10 to 12 to 13 to 15 kilos happening in this phase 1. Phase 2 is where the fat release really steps up. And this is either anywhere from a 3-week to a 5.5-week window, where the potential is there to shift from anywhere from 12 kilos and up to 23 kilos. And there's a couple of subsections there. And then it's about maintenance. And this is the same duration as phase 2. So this is where you lock in your healthier weight. So there are 3 distinct phases. Most programs out there only focus on the weight loss phase. So we're about preparing the body for weight loss and then locking in your healthy weight. And this is what's unique about this particular program. So basically the Easy Fat Release Program is a sustainable, holistic weight loss program through the utilization and consumption of wholesome foods. There are dietary adjustments, there are some lifestyle changes, and also consuming nutritional supplements and a homeopathic easy fat release formulation. So basically we want to detoxify your body and your home of these endocrine disruptors, these toxins, these chemicals, these obesogens in your body for successful fat release and long-term health benefits. At the same time, we're upregulating your metabolism. We're resetting your hypothalamus, which is your appetite center, and releasing your toxic and abnormal fat stores. And the products that I choose to utilize are made by a company called Modere. And I've been using these products in my practice for the last 21 years. And so Modere produces a range of products which don't contain any of these harmful chemicals that I've just touched on. There's no BPA, there's no phthalates, there's no propylene glycol, there's no sodium lauryl sulfate, formaldehyde, aluminium, and the list goes on and on. So really I encourage you to swap over to what you're currently buying in your regular store to a product and a brand that is clean labeled and it's all about living clean. And you can see here we have a range of eco-friendly home care products, we have personal care products, an essential collection, some great skincare, and also makeup that is vegan friendly, certified organic, made here in Australia and contains no BPA. At the same time, we want to detox your diet. So it's really about cleaning up the foods that you're eating. And there's a very broad spectrum of foods that you can choose from. And this is an example of the phase 1 foods. So basically, we're looking at some good quality proteins, a significant variety of both vegetables and fruits. There are protein snacks, nuts and seeds, some dairy, and numerous beverages and condiments that you're allowed to consume during the course of the program. What is significantly important in this program is that we detox, that is pulling out the toxins out of your cells in your body and nutritionally supporting your body at the same time. It's just like having a car. You put your car in for a service once a year and they do a full check on it. It's like with this program, you do a nutritional cleanse and detox. You just do this potentially maybe even just once a year. And so we're really cleaning up the body. We're getting rid of the toxins and chemicals. And what's really key and why we actually start with a detox window first is you can see by the lower figure on the right there that a lot of people have many toxins stored in their fat cells and their liver and their bones and circulating in their system and through their bloodstream, is that if you don't detoxify first, when you shift fat, there is a high concentration of chemicals and toxins. And this is why a lot of people rebound when they have released their weight and put back on all their weight plus some more because they didn't effectively detox. So when we detox your body first, we pull out the toxins, we put good nutrition in, there is a much less likely chance of rebounding with the weight gain. So this is what's really, really key in this first stage 1. And these are the products that we support people on in our phase 1, and I'll just touch on each of these products really quickly just to give you a little bit of a snapshot on the benefits of these products. So this is a natural mineral solution drink. This is a liquid colloidal mineral drink which is full of minerals and trace elements. And you can see, as to what I alluded before on the picture on the lower right, is that our soils were very much broad spectrum in the range of minerals and trace elements. But as we keep harvesting, we keep taking out minerals and trace elements, and all that agriculture puts back in is superphosphate, nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus, are very limited minerals and trace elements. And we know for foods grown here on our Australian soil, our soil here is very selenium, zinc, and magnesium deficient. So a lot of people out there are suffering with mineral deficiencies. So this is a very quickly absorbable mineral and trace element supplement. It is the spark plug for your cells, so energy and well-being certainly for most people pick up immediately when they start on this product. We need a really good quality antioxidants to scavenge the free radicals that we are exposed to in our environment, but also that we produce just when we're in fact metabolizing. We've got some wonderful ingredients here, a mixture of vitamins and antioxidants, grapeseed, pine bark, turmeric, which is fantastic as an anti-inflammatory and antioxidant, and also ginkgo biloba. Now, what we've also discovered is that when individuals are releasing significant amounts of weight, anywhere from the 20, 30, and 50 plus kilos, then they're not experiencing saggy skin, because the ingredients in this particular product support the collagen and connective tissue, so it helps restore the elasticity. So we've seen individuals who have stretch marks from either pregnancy or being overweight, that oftentimes those stretch marks are disappearing as we're regenerating the collagen and connective tissue in the skin. We put you on a multivitamin, but hey, this is not just a multivitamin. It actually contains a number of ingredients like hawthorn, garlic and lime tree and bilberry, powerful antioxidants, and these support your cardiovascular system. So a lot of people who are overweight often typically have blood pressure or cholesterol issues, so this definitely works around supporting a healthy blood pressure, normal triglyceride, lipid profile, and clearing out some of the plaque that can build up in the arteries as well. We utilize a green key powder, and this is a combination of spirulina, wheatgrass, barley grass, kale, chlorella, and so forth. In fact, over 35 different greens. And this is very much to alkalize your body, providing your body with, because it's green, it's rich in chlorophyll, it's rich in iron and magnesium particularly, and it's alkalizing your cells. At the same time, it's reducing inflammation. We utilize a probiotic to restore your gut flora. Now, this is not just for your gut, but having a good gut flora will support your immune system, will also support the production of your neurotransmitters like serotonin. And 90% of your production of serotonin occurs in your gut, but 90% of the receptors are in your brain. So we actually find people's mood, their energy, their well-being, depression, anxiety often improve during the course of this program. We have a brilliant liver cleansing product which incorporates ingredients like St. Mary's thistle, dandelion, broccoli, and so forth. This definitely helps your body detoxify via the liver. And as you can see, the liver has over 500 vital functions. So we're supporting liver function, we're supporting detoxification. A lot of people who are overweight carry excess fluid. So this is a kidney tonic, a bladder tonic, but as well as a general anti-inflammatory. So like the green key, it is supporting an alkalization of the body. It is also supporting a reduction in inflammation. And inflammation and acidity is the cause of many, many chronic diseases. So as you alkalize your body, we often see a shift in many of these chronic diseases. We utilize EFA krill, and this contains not only krill, but also evening primrose oil, chia oil, linseed oil, and cranberry oil. So this is supporting your joint, your heart, your circulation, your cognition. It's reducing inflammation and supporting hormones as well. There's some evidence that vitamin D3 is implicated in abdominal obesity. And so we're giving you some vitamin D3 here, as well as some core minerals like calcium, magnesium, iron, chromium particularly important in blood sugar stability as well. So this is D3 with some extra minerals. So oftentimes we find people's cramps and their cardiac rhythms and so forth improve whilst they're on this product. And if you find your bowels a little bit sluggish, really important that we clear out a lot of the congestion in the bowel, a lot of the mucoid plaque that does exist in the bowel. This also has some other benefits. So this is an optional product, but if your bowels are sluggish, definitely we encourage you to go on that product. So here's a picture of Jane who released 8 kilos in phase 1, and then went into phase 2 and shifted another 8 kilos. So let's have a quick look at phase 2. So we continue on with some of the nutritionals from phase 1, but then we can add a pea protein powder. We have chocolate or vanilla. This is an optional either meal replacement or a snack for those who would like the benefit of a product like that, but also we include sugar balance and also a carb blocker. We also include a homeopathic preparation called the Easy Fat Release Drops. So this phase is all about fat burning, encouraging the body to use stored fat as fuel and energy while preserving muscle mass. And this is really key. We're shifting your abnormal fat stores. We're preserving your normal fat, but we're shifting the abnormal, toxic, unhealthy fat. It also at the same time is resetting your appetite center and upregulating your metabolism, particularly via the thyroid gland. And here's some more examples of people getting great results during phase 2. Here's Jackie, who suffered with headaches since the age of 14. She's taken medication nearly every day for the past 30 years. And being on the Modere supplement, she's happy to say that she no longer suffers from headaches or migraines. She's now a happier, healthier, and more confident person. And Jackie released 26 kilos. Here's Ramona, who released nearly 20 kilos in 40 days, a lot of abdominal weight, that's a lot of cortisol and insulin issues that she's suffering with, and certainly has transformed her health and well-being. The program categorically is anti-aging, as you can see from Danny's picture here. So shifting 12.8 kilos in 40 days in phase 2. And phase 3 is about locking in your healthier weight and consolidating your health gains. So again, we continue on with basically the same regime of products that you're on in phase 2. And phase 2 is anywhere from 21 to 40 days, and phase 3 likewise, the same window of time, 21 or up to 40 days. So let's have a look at a few other pictures. This is Paul, who released 21 kilos, went from the over 100 kilo mark down to 80 kilos, and typically guys tend to hold most of their weight in their abdominal region. And here's Helene and Anna, twins who were significantly overweight, who had a lot of associated health issues, thyroid dysfunction, blood disorders, thyroid issues, and just feeling terribly uncomfortable in their own skin. So Anna released 38 kilos and Helene released 52 kilos. And these twins have significantly changed their long-term health outcomes by shifting their unhealthy and toxic fat. I mentioned before that I utilize a brand called Modere. So Modere is an online brand helping people to live clean by swapping to safer products and reducing the toxic load in our home, in our body and in environment, and have easy access to quality nutritional supplements. And you can see on the lower right there the range of products that are available that Modere do provide. And Modere is a brand you can trust. They are safer products, there's no animal testing, they are responsible and sustainable, they leave a lighter eco-carbon footprint on the planet, all the products are BPA free, they are recyclable, and they are premium quality and affordable products. And Modere rejects over 3,000 controversial ingredients which are often found in your normal everyday shop bought products. So how do you get started with Modere? Well, you even go to the Modere website in Australia, modere.com.au. You will receive $10 off your first order when you order online using your friend's promotional code. It's easy to order and reorder, and if you're interested in getting your products for free, simply chat to the person who recommended you to this program. There's also some great apps that you can download on your phone as well and order from your phone. So there's great technology that Modere do provide us. So getting started, basically you register with Modere using your friend's promo code. You register for free, you purchase your products, and obviously being online, they are at the most economical price. So you access your phase 1 nutritional and detox collection and the additional couple of nutritional products. You also access, where you can, the personal care products. For example, the Essentials collection. Grab some skincare, any products that you're about to run out, some of your makeup and your home care products. Encourage you to swap over what you can with your first order, but over time, as you place your subsequent order, to continue to swap over. And also, I'm sure you'll fall in love with the product range, that you continue to use these safe, clean labeled, non-toxic products for ongoing health and well-being support. So getting started, your support person will provide you with the Easy Fat Release documentation that helps guide you through the program. It's an extensive document which provides you with detail about each phase, the foods you are allowed to eat, the philosophy of each particular phase. There's frequently asked questions, there's charts and so forth to record your weight over that period in time. We have a supportive environment with our Release Your Fat, Restore Your Figure, Reclaim Your Health secret Facebook page. So this is a supportive environment where you can connect with other like-minded people who are on this journey like yourself, releasing their weight as you are releasing yours. I invite you to be part of this community and release your toxic, unhealthy fat stores.